listening to Sports Talk 916 with Greg Bull and Coach Greg Veroza.
If you'd like to participate in the show, there are a couple of ways to do it. If you want to contact us on Twitter, use the show's Twitter address, which is @SportsTalk916. For Greg B, go to @MrChief916. And for me, Coach Greg, it's @GregVeroza. And Veroza is Varozza. And if you want to chat live with us, the best place to go is go to the Mixler page and hit chat. There you'll see all of us chatting together as the show goes on. What am I?
Number 16.
I'm the Golden State Warriors. See, now you're doing it too.
It's contagious.
Well, hello, hi, how are ya? It's a little bit late, but I think we have a pretty good reason for being a little bit late. My name is Greg, Coach Greg Veroza, and over there is my buddy Greg Bull, Mr. Chief.
What up?
And together we're the two-headed monsters of Greg that are Sports Talk 916.
That's what she said.
Yep. Too bad there's nothing to talk about tonight.
You know, it's kind of a dry night in sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming by. That'll be it. We'll talk to you later. Good night.
Kind of. We're going to talk a little bit about the Sirens and their final home game. And
yeah.
We're going to talk about the Giants and their hot streak.
Cool.
Tim Lincecum is back in baseball.
Yeah.
The Giants had some awesome and fucking terrible uniforms the last 2 days.
Oh, God. Night and day, huh?
Yeah. Ichiro, is he the hit king?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about that.
Top 5 father and son combinations in sports history.
All right, I have a surprise for you in one of those.
Bingo or bullshit. Are you kidding me? We're going to talk about the Kings and the draft and their new jerseys.
And no tampering charges.
Yeah, no tampering. I have a rant about the Kings' new jerseys.
Oh, they're horrible.
And we might talk a little bit about the NBA Finals Game 7. Even though on our agenda we wrote Game 6. Oh, no, we're going to talk about both. Okay, so there's that. But first, let's say to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, miss mine every day. It was a tough day reading all the posts about everybody's dads, but, it's the way it is.
Hey, you got memories, right?
Yep, absolutely.
TJ, is tonight top 5 list the top 5 greatest sports teams who didn't win a title? Impromptu top 5. We'll do a top 2. Do you put the Warriors of this year or the undefeated Patriots as the worst or the best team to never win a title?
I think you put I don't know. I mean, 73-9 is pretty much the same as 16-0. I mean, it's
73-9 is good, but 72-10 has a better ring to it.
That's what we need.
Yeah, we need that.
That's what we need.
Damn it. When I tell a bad joke.
Really, rim shot.
Oh, dude. It's not a tie, TJ.
Not rim job, rim shot.
The Patriots are actually worse than they went undefeated. But let's talk real quick before we get into what we actually want to talk about, and that's Game 7, is the Sirens.
Yeah, they won.
Night, the Sirens won.
It was awesome.
They won 49-0 over the Bakersfield Bombers.
Yep. You know what? I think the most impressive thing, not how they played, but Svetlana going 7 for 7 on PATs kicking.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
I was pretty impressed. But yeah, it was a good overall night. They had a really good crowd out at Kennedy High School.
In the double digits, solid double digits.
Yeah, there was like 17 people. No, they were pushing 50.
They're pushing 50, yeah.
It was good. It was a fun little night.
Yeah.
If anyone knows anything about Kennedy High School, and you know the architect who designed their football stadium.
What a schlub.
I need his phone number or his address because I need to send him hate mail. Because that motherfucker put the press box pointing at the direction in which the sun sets.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Whole fucking game just baking in the sun. Thanks, Dick. But the Sirens won 49-0. Let's hear from Corner Pub Sports. We don't need to hear from the Sirens anymore because their season is over. And then we're going to talk about the NBA Finals because that's what everyone wants to talk about.
What's up, everybody? We are Corner Pub Sports, every week talking sports, beer, and beyond. You can find us live 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time on wildfireradio.com or stream us on cornerpubsports.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Corner Pub Sports.
We look forward to seeing you at the pub every Friday night.
Cheers, boys. Cheers, guys.
All right. So
Sorry about that little
behind the
conversation.
scenes stuff there. So anyone that knows Chris Lopez, when we get to talking about this, Sacramento Kings fan, we'll need to relay his new job, or I'll give him a call and tell him about it. Actually, we'll call him, and we'll talk about it on the air. I'll call you live in a few. More behind the scenes stuff. Let's start with Game 6 of the NBA Finals.
Okay.
No team ever in the history of the NBA Finals has come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Nope.
Cleveland comes into Game 6.
Actually happened twice this year in the playoffs.
Yeah, but no one in the finals ever.
Well, nobody had done it in the
Correct.
Semifinals.
So Cleveland just trounces Golden State. And, you know, the final score was not indicative of the game at all.
Not at all.
Golden State scores 11 in the first quarter. I mean, LeBron scored like 144 points. Had some monster blocks. And, you know, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, this is setting the tone for Game 7. This game is a nut check for Golden State. They're not gonna perform. They're gonna crack under pressure. And, you know, in the beginning of this series, I said I could see Cleveland winning in 7. You said no way, Golden State's gonna win in 6.
Right.
I went back and looked at our notes.
Good for you.
And after that game the other night, I'm sitting there thinking, I may pull off the prediction miracle here, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, can they really lose? You know, they only lost like twice the whole season at home. They only lost 9 games total. Are they going to lose again?
They never lost more than 2 in a row.
Never lost 2 in a row. And Game 7 rolls around, and I just want to say, thank God it was not a blowout. I was so worried that it was going to be a terrible game. And someone else on Twitter, or someone else on Facebook, with like 3 minutes to go in the game, who wins? Just like just trying to get opinions. And my answer to that was the fans. Basketball fans won this NBA Finals, because that was ultimately the best game you could have asked for, depending on who you wanted to win. But basketball-wise, that was arguably one of the best games that we watched all season long.
Oh, especially in the finals, because there was only one good game, and that was the last one.
Right. That was a great culmination of NBA basketball to end the season the way it did.
Absolutely.
LeBron, man among boys this whole playoffs, especially in these last 3 games against Golden State. I mean, hate him or love him, most people are on one side of the coin. There's not a lot of gray area when it comes to LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not a big fan of his. I respect him as a player, and I'm starting to think more and more that I'm going to regret not being a fan of LeBron's, like I regretted not being a fan of Kobe Bryant as a basketball player when it's all said and done. Because looking back on Kobe, I look at it and go, damn, I really wish I would have respected his game more based on what he did for the NBA. But LeBron literally carried the Cavs to victory. Without LeBron, this is a 4-game sweep.
Absolutely. And I agree with that.
The fact that he literally took it upon himself to make the team better, it's just a testament to what he did. Not only tonight did he had a triple-double, but what do you have, 13 assists, 11 assists?
Yeah, something like that.
Most players don't think about distributing the ball when they're trying to take over a game like LeBron did. And, it's a testament to him. He got other guys involved. He got lesser players involved. He got the ball to Iman Shumpert early. He got the ball to J.R. Smith early, who ultimately didn't do shit for him the whole series. But he showed faith in those little guys. It wasn't just, it's going to be me and Kyrie or me and Love. It's going to be, the accessories that are going to beat you because you're not expecting that. And to me, that's a little bit of a testament of the type of brainset or mindset that LeBron has when it comes to basketball in general. Is they know what we're going to do. They know we're going to go to Kyrie or I'm going to shoot the ball. Let's get these little guys involved and let's see what happens. And J.R. Smith had a game of his career. Yeah. He couldn't miss. Shumpert made 1 3, but it was a 4-point play. It was a good series all around.
No, it wasn't. It was a bad series all around. It was a good
end to the series.
Yeah.
It was a bad series all around. But as a basketball fan, I'm extremely happy with the way it ended.
Yeah.
Not just because the Cavs won, but because we actually got decent basketball to end the season.
Right. Well, so I had kind of a little epiphany about LeBron over this last couple of weeks. And as a basketball player, I completely respect him. As a basketball player, I like watching his game. As a person, in the overall scheme of things, I got to respect him. He's not being a doof outside of the game. He's not going to clubs and getting shot, or he's not beating up his wife. He's by all accounts a pretty good guy to fans and stuff like that. But I still have a problem with him. And the problem is, and I was thinking about this today and kind of cemented it right after the game. And the problem that I have with LeBron is that he reads his own press clippings and then he turns around and uses what the sports writers and sportscasters say about him as his own.
See, that doesn't bother me.
It just bugs me. It's very narcissistic. It's all about me. I'm the one who saved everybody. I'm the person. I'm the savior. I'm the king. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And I started thinking about when he made the decision, and
arguably one of the worst things that has happened
has ever done. The line that he used is, "I'm going to take my talents to South Beach."
Yeah.
That's straight out of the mouth of a sportscaster and a sports writer. And it just, for some reason, just bugs the shit out of me that he listens to the press and he uses that.
Okay. Flip side to that. What's LeBron James' wife's name?
I have no idea.
What's his kids' names?
I have LeBron Jr.
Okay, one of them, but he has two, right? What's the other kid's name?
I have no idea.
He doesn't parade attention around.
I know that. No.
So Steph Curry does exactly the same thing, just on a different level.
I know that.
So yeah, it's egotistical. Sure, it's all eyes on me, but at least it's around him. Not his damn kid on the microphone. Now, Riley Curry's, that's cute, okay?
Yeah.
The first time. Now, Isaiah Thomas's kid is doing it. And all these other players. It's not cute, but these players don't tell their family to shut the fuck up.
Right.
And then Ayesha Curry, she's out there running her mouth about the rigged. Hey, Ayesha, talk to a Kings fan about a rigged NBA series, and then go back to Twitter and see what you have to say about that. Until a referee from this series gets arrested for rigging the series
and throwing the games,
shut the hell up, okay?
But
and then Curry comes out, and instead of saying something along the lines of like, "Yo, my wife was, that was out of line. She shouldn't have said that. This isn't rigged. This is how the sport goes." What does he say? "Oh, I'm going to turn off her Wi-Fi." Ha 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 ha. Dude, man up and tell your wife to shut the hell up, okay?
Still.
So that rubs me the same way as LeBron and all these other players do.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to anyone who's like uberly religious or anything. It's the same damn thing. I just want to thank God for the. Okay, look, I understand you have God-given talent, but that is not the first fucking person you were thanking on the field. That's the most cliche answer you can give. Save that shit for later.
I thought, and we can get a whole religious thing about God's an all loving person. So does he not bless the people who lost?
Right. It's a different path. God has a path for everybody.
Right.
Unfortunately, the guy, Joe Theisen's path ended with a bad break. Okay. But damn it, I need that damn audio. So there's that. Okay. LeBron is LeBron. There's nothing you can do about it.
Again, that rubbed me the wrong way. And maybe the same way that Ayesha Curry rubs you the wrong way. I didn't think anything of it. I kind of laughed at it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Here's another thing I want to ask about rub the wrong way.
That's what she said.
Right? Adam Silver, did you hear his jab at Steph Curry?
No.
LeBron, you mentioned coming back home and bringing a title back to Cleveland. You put this team on your back. It was unanimous. You are the finals MVP. To me, that is like a jab at Steph Curry, the first ever unanimous MVP of the league. And then, hey, Warrior fans.
But that's not his fault. He didn't vote.
No.
I don't see why they keep bringing that up as that's Curry's fault. He didn't vote.
No, but for Silver, the commissioner of the league, to come out and make that little bit of jab in front of Curry's things, I thought that was funny. And the other thing that I have is Warrior fans are classless. You're going to boo the commissioner of the league. He's not Roger Goodell, okay? because he's standing there introducing. You're booing him when he's introduced, not when he mentions the Cavaliers.
That's just what you do, though. You always just boo the commissioner.
The reason why they're booing is because they feel the game was rigged.
Oh,
okay?
absolutely.
Shut the hell up.
But, and again, the refs didn't lose that game, but there were some really strange calls.
There were some strange calls.
There was some strange calls. And
Use your phone. I'm going to get I got to make a phone call, and we know that our soundboard doesn't like my Samsung. Hopefully he answers, because there's a unspoken hero.
There you go.
There's an unspoken hero in the NBA Finals. And you're not going to hear about it on... Damn, what the fuck? You're not going to hear about it on social media. Or you'll hear about it on social media. You're not going to hear about it on ESPN, in the SAC B, anywhere else except for right here. So we're going to get Mr.
So which means it'll be on ESPN tomorrow, because we know ESPN listens to this show.
Right.
Charles Barkley will be commenting.
Barkley's will be like, "Did you hear about this fan in Sacramento?" Hopefully he answers. I didn't tell him it's to be from a different number. Come on. Come on.
You reached the voicemail of.
Right? Come on. This is great radio.
Your call has been...
God damn it. We'll try this again. It's Mr. Chris Lopez, and he went on his own little journey from Sacramento down to Oakland.
Okay.
And I want him to tell a story because he has a new job for the Sacramento Kings. I'm gonna try again. In the 2016 season. So, come on, Chris. Come on. Come on.
Why don't you text him and tell him it's coming from another number?
I did. He's active 8 minutes ago. Come on, Chris. Motherfucker.
Your call has been...
All right, anyways. We'll get to it. Maybe he'll call back. Anyway, so Chris...
Plug that in, by the way. It's kind of running low on juice.
You're 44%. You're okay.
Okay.
So Chris went from Sacramento before Game 6, I believe it was, and drove past Oracle and Snapchatted a picture of him at Oracle and, like, put a curse on the Warriors, right? And then they lost. And then last night, after the Republic game, he went downtown and had some food and sobered up and drove back down to Oakland.
What?
And Snapchatted again in front of Oracle with a hashtag cursed. And they lost again. Rooting against Golden State as a Kings fan. So, Chris Lopez, I'm going to try one more time because I really want him to hear what his new job is. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just have someone... Like, Keith, text Chris, or someone text Chris and tell him to answer this phone number. Wow, that's really low. I forgot to turn your phone down. Wow, Jesus Christ. Sounds like he might have answered. Damn it. Tell your best friend to answer the damn phone, Keith. He's probably like, I'm driving. I can't answer the phone. It's against the law.
Your call has been for...
He's probably thinks I'm like a bill collector calling from a number he doesn't know. Anyways, so Chris has to contact Southwest, and he needs to get a like buddy pass or something that allows him to get on a flight whenever he wants. And in August, when the Sacramento Kings season comes out, he has to map out a flight pattern across the entire United States. And the night before every single game, he has to fly to that arena, Snapchat hashtag cursed in front of every arena. The Kings will go 82-0, win the NBA championship the first year in Golden One Center. That's his new job. It's going to happen. And I want him to hear this that he can hear it because I've been bugging him about it all day. Keith, just tell him. It's all right. Don't worry about it. And I'll talk to him about it later. But
Watch him call me back.
Well, then just ignore it. He ignored you. We can ignore him. Let's see if this is working. All right, we got our dolphin back. But yeah, so there's that. So I believe in weird little quirky curses like that. But, it is what it is. I do have an impromptu bingo or bullshit for you, though.
Do you? Okay.
Warriors fan booing Adam Silver. shows their true lack of class over a rigged NBA.
No bullshit. They just got done losing Game 7 when they won 73 games this year. They were supposed to lose it.
All right, fine. TJ had a question for me earlier. Plus or minus, over or under at 2. How many bonfires are set in the city of Oakland, regardless of a win or lose situation?
Now, let's rephrase that. What city sets more bonfires, Cleveland or Oakland?
More bonfires will be set in Oakland. I'm sorry, more bonfires will be set in Cleveland. More flat screen TVs will be stolen in Oakland amongst the bonfires.
I don't know about that. I think Cleveland's going to go crazy tonight. Stupid crazy.
TJ, Oakland, they have lots of experience. How many buses get flipped over, plus or minus? Over, under on 2.
How many cop cars get turned over?
Jesus. I'll tell you one thing. Like, I really want the Kings, obviously, to win a championship. Or I want to be, like, in San Francisco this year when the Giants win it again or whatever. I don't know if I want to be a part of those riots and
I don't think I do
those
either.
raucous-ass crowds. Like, it just doesn't seem fun to me. It seems so idiotic.
And well, just the whole thing. I mean, we could get in, again, political debate coming up where we're talking about people rioting and looting anyway.
Keith Juggernaut says, Cleveland is burning to the ground.
Yep.
Burn, motherfucker.
So it'll be like the lake. They'll just light the lake on fire and it'll burn.
Lake Cleveland?
Don't know. But you don't know that story. Never mind. Back in the 70s, whatever Great Lake Cleveland's on.
Erie?
Yeah. It was so polluted that it caught on fire and the lake was burning.
Nice.
It's famous.
So is that why Flint has such bad water?
That's Michigan.
Yeah, but it's close.
Not too close.
I have an impromptu bingo or bullshit. Tomorrow will be a holiday in Cleveland and Akron. I fucked it up. I'm not used to our new... Let's try this again. You ready? Hold on. We got new audio. Damn
it, Barn Bomb.
What now?
I have an impromptu bingo or bullshit. Tomorrow will be a holiday in Cleveland and Akron. And then we do this.
You just yoked that up completely, didn't you?
This is Mike Barnbaum.
There we go. That's how that new audio works. Damn it. But I'm bumped.
Wow. Barnbaum's been... okay, so we have to... Barnbaum didn't listen. Mike, we talked about this last week. I saw your tweet. New college players in the draft are not affected by tampering, and tampering is only effective of people employed by the basketball operations of a team. We can talk about the draft. So can Dave
and Katie and Nate and Jason and everyone else you named in that one email last week. You told me to contact everybody for you. Ooh, whoa.
What do we got?
Hold on.
Do we have another Mike Barnbaum?
This is... Hold on. I gotta get to it.
Uh-oh.
Breaking news. At WWE's Money in the Bank.
Oh, fuck.
Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then immediately, Dean Ambrose cashed in the Money in the Bank contract to beat Seth Rollins and won the championship. Breaking news here first. Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns.
Whatever.
Ambrose won the Money in the Bank, cashed in the Money in the Bank contract, and beat Seth Rollins and is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. You heard it here first. And guess who was not at this pay-per-view?
Brock Lesnar.
There you go.
Whatever. What a waste of time. That's
45
seconds of my life I can't get back.
You know what else you can't get back?
Mike Crotch is popular with the animals. It is.
I've been told by Mike B has defected to Russia. Maybe.
Huh?
So Keith, I hella thought my fucking computer was a touchscreen right there. I think Keith Joganatis is drunk.
You think? I think he spent way too much time on video this weekend.
LeBron took a golden shower all over your Golden Gate. Steph threw his mouthpiece. The Dubs then threw the finals. 6 for 24 from 3. You ain't seen that many bricks since Scarface.
Huh?
Oh, Barn Bomb, you win. Hold on. Shit, where is it? Hold on. Fuck.
What are we doing? This is great radio.
No, we got Barn.
This might be after our best show ever last week. This might be the worst show we've ever done.
No, Mike wins. Hold on. So after Keith's little tirade of headlines, Barn Bomb. Hi, this is Keith Jogadadis.
Hi, this is Mike Barnbaum.
Mike wins. Good
Mike,
job,
you're
Mike.
good.
Kevin Love showed up to his post-game conference in an Austin 316 shirt. Damn right he did. That's the bottom line. And Mike didn't like George's defected to Russia comment and said, "No, George, I have not." All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, man, what's up with the studio? It looks so much cleaner than the last time. I know I haven't been here in a week or so, but what the hell happened?
You know, I just got tired of cleaning it myself, so I finally gave Crandall's Cleaning Service a call. They came out. Looks like this.
Damn, they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, they're amazing. Fully licensed staff came out, gave me a quick estimate, knocked it out in a couple hours, and they're going to come back on a monthly service.
What, are they going to do the rest of the house, or do that couple hours just cover the office?
A couple hours cover the office. That's all I had them quote for. But they do whole houses. They do offices. They do home stagings. They do everything.
Cool.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you want your house clean, give them a call, 916-952-3620. Ask for Nick. Let them know Sports Talk 916 sent you. Like I said, they'll come out. They'll give you a special quote. They'll do monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, whatever it is you need for all your cleaning needs. They're fully licensed and insured. They'll take care of you the right way.
Sweet. I'm calling tomorrow.
Awesome. Remember, that's Crandall's Cleaning Service, 916-952-3620.
Hey, this is Scott Fresh, the MC for the world's loudest arena. And now, back to Sports Talk 916.
So I got a little thing. So you obviously are pretty happy that the Warriors lost, right?
So I'm kind of in a weird spot with this. I didn't really want Cleveland to win, but I didn't want Golden State to win.
Well, you didn't want Golden State to win because I picked Golden State to win in 7.
Well, I just don't like. I just don't root for an interconference rival. So, or an interconference team doesn't have to be a rival. I don't root for the NFC when the AFC.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't.
Wow.
But what I was really hoping for was like natural disaster that like shut down the game. They just declared it a tie because like Cleveland and Oakland both fell into a sinkhole at the same time, and it was such a thing of despair that they just shut down the finals. That's what I was hoping for, but since it didn't win, I took Cleveland.
So I don't get it. I don't get why there's so much hatred towards the Warriors from Kings.
This is a good one. Go ahead.
Kings fan. I hate this. This drives me nuts, by the way. Kings fans towards the Warriors. It's not the Lakers. Would you say that we're bigger rivals with the Lakers or the Warriors?
I would say right now that we don't have a rival because we're terrible.
But historically, it's much more fierce of a rivalry between the Lakers than it is between the Warriors and us.
Yes.
Okay. The Warriors play a pretty exciting brand of basketball, right? Mm-hmm. Would you say that the 2002 version of the Kings played a pretty exciting brand of basketball?
Yes.
Would you say that the Mr. Bowl, I'm putting you on the witness stand.
Got it.
Would you say, sir, that the Warriors brand of basketball and the Kings from 2002, their style of basketball is fairly similar? Little bit updated because of the importance of 3-point shots, but the Kings back in the day took their fair amount of 3-point shots too.
Fairly similar, yes.
Okay. By all accounts, most Kings fans would love the Kings to go back and play that style of basketball, correct?
Kings fans just want to see the Kings
That's
win.
not the question, sir, that you were asked.
No, I don't think.
You don't think so?
Vivek wants them to go back to that form of basketball. The Kings fans want them to go back to winning basketball.
Well, yeah, but that was winning basketball.
Sure,
I mean, sharing
but-
the basketball, exciting, fun to watch. I know you were only 2 years old back in 2002.
Dick, I was in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
But To me, it's I don't look at them as rivals. To me, our biggest rivalry is the Lakers.
Okay. Here's why.
I like the brand of basketball that they play.
Okay.
I like the sharing of it. It's exciting. It's fun to watch them just drain threes after threes. I don't understand what the whole I hate the Warriors stuff is.
Okay, let me ask you this. Before 2014, when the Warriors started going on their turnaround with Mark Jackson, and then last year the championship, and this year almost, where did these Warrior fans come from?
Well,
Laker fans. Laker fans are now Warrior fans. Hence the hate for Warrior fans because they're Laker fans, and they're former Kings fans who jumped ship, who went down to Oakland to root for a better team, and therefore more hatred. You cannot like a team of former fans. I'm sorry, because you're a bunch of pussies who bailed ship on a bad team.
Yeah, but a lot of us bailed ship on the Warriors 35 years ago.
That's okay. I was never a Warriors fan, and they're
because the Kings were here when you were born.
And they're mostly made up of Laker fans or former Kings fans, and therefore I hate them. The only legitimate, I know two people by name that are legitimate Warrior fans. My buddy Jeff, who born and raised in the Bay Area, has always run for him. He wears a motherfucking Baron Davis orange and blue jersey. Still to this day, he'll wear it around town. So I know he's legit. And and Danny Tanner from Full House.
Oh, God.
That's it. No one else. No other Warrior fans. Fucking no. I hate them. Fuck the Warriors.
Yeah, but you can say that about Giants fans, too, that they came out of the woodwork in 2010.
And I hate every fucking one of them.
Right. And I hate all the bandwagon jumpers, too. But that has nothing to do with watching the Warriors play and the hatred that most people have for the Warriors. I don't get it. It's a brand of basketball that I think is exciting and fun to watch.
I agree.
None of they play as a team. They don't have people bitching at each other. They don't have don't have WikiLeaks coming out.
I'll give you a different variation then of why I don't like the Warriors, or why I didn't want the Warriors to win. One is I didn't want to immediately start hearing about them next season as a three-peat possibility to be as good as the Lakers and as good as the Bulls.
Okay.
One, because I don't think they're on that level.
I'll buy that.
Because before the Oklahoma City final or series ended, Jim Crandall put out an article on Facebook, or editorial on Facebook. Is it time to start thinking about the Warriors three-peating? And they were barely through Oklahoma City. So I was like, if it's already starting, I don't want to hear this
Not the Warriors' fault. That's not the Warriors' fault.
But it's just media sucks.
Right. Well, yeah, we know that.
And
what are we, by the way?
We're a hobbyist.
Oh, okay.
And Warrior fans. The Warrior fans are the most over-the-top, dramatic, complacent, just idiotic group of fans. Right up there with Kings fans.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. What team are you describing?
They're A's fans, Kings fans, and combined to make Warrior fans. And it's the delusion that I didn't want to have to deal with. I would much rather Boston win, or the
Toledo Mud Hens?
Yeah, I don't care who it is. I just didn't want to see Warrior fans celebrating again when they're just ridiculous in the way they celebrate and the way that they handle themselves. So that was more of the fire.
I guess I look at it. I don't look at the fans to derive how I feel about a team. I look at the team as how I derive how I feel about a team. So it sounds like we're coming at this from two different directions.
Damn it, Barn Bomb.
Oh, God. What now?
By the way, starting with the 2019-2020 season, the Oakland Warriors become the San Francisco Warriors as Oracle Arena closes in June of 2019, and the Chase Center opens in September of 2019
I saw that earlier. Mike, they're not the Oakland Warriors.
They're not the Oakland Warriors. They used to be the San Francisco. That's why they have the city as their moniker. They will still be the Golden State Warriors, which I still think is a poor representation of our state.
I do too.
But they will not be called the Oakland or San Francisco Warriors. They're not changing their city. They're not relocating. They're just changing the area in which their arena will reside, and the toilet, or AKA Chase Center, will open in 2019 or sooner.
I forgot about that.
Hi,
that it looks like a toilet.
This is Mike Barnbaum.
That one was much more smooth.
Yeah, that was much better.
It worked out the way we...
You're getting there, the way we thought about it.
Yeah. Are you done with the basketball talk?
Yeah.
All right. Big time Timmy Jam. former San Francisco Giant.
He threw good yesterday.
Made his major league debut return.
Well, would you call pitching against the A's a major league return? Or is that just a AAA plus team?
Well, he was pitching for the Angels, so we'll give him that.
Okay.
He was in Oakland, close to his former home.
What was the attendance? Do you know?
34.
Oh, that's our biggest crowd of the year, except against the Yankees and the Red Sox.
No, I don't know what their paid attendance was, but based on the
34 total.
Based on the pictures that I'm looking at, not many. Like, here's a close-up picture of Tim on the mound, and I can count more open seats than people in the close-up, and that's bad. A lot of green there.
Yeah.
And actually, hold on, take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those players or people that I'm looking at are A's players that are standing up in the dugout. He made his debut. He, held Oakland to 1 run on 4 hits, striking out 2, walking 2 in his first big league start. He went 6 innings, and he got the win in a 7-1 victory.
Good for him.
Over the.
And I saw a couple of highlights of him throwing, and he had some velocity and he had movement and. He looked pretty good.
His delivery looked good. It
looked like the old school big time Timmy.
Way before that hip injury.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Moments that mattered. Lincecum shines in debut. All eyes were on Lincecum's debut. The righty didn't disappoint. He picked up his first win of the year, relying primarily on an 88 to 90 mile per hour fastball and his customary changeup, and allowed just 1 base runner over the last 3 innings. The Bay Area crowd, which was speckled with Lincecum Giants gear, gave him a rousing ovation as he exited the field following the 6th inning. So, of those 34 people, 18 of them were Giants fans who were there to see Lincecum pitch. The other 10 were Angels fans, so there's 28. 6 A's fans. That's about accurate.
And that's that same 6 people that sit out in the left field bleachers with the drums.
Yeah, it was the drummers and like staff were out there.
TJ's going nuts right now.
TJ's like 34 people.
And Barbomb is like...
I think Barbomb left. I mean, he's like, screw you guys, I'm out of here.
You guys are fucking with me way too much. Or as he would say, you are F
Blake me. Let's see here. The Giants continue to roll. 8-game winning streak. The second 8-game winning streak of the season. Their second sweep, they swept the Rays.
And I still don't know how they're doing it with the shitty-ass bullpen that they have.
Well, Samardzija helped out, didn't even let him get into the pen. Then last inning, Derek Law's starting to look good.
Yeah, he is.
Guerin's looking okay.
I like Guerin, too.
They brought back Osich, who looks okay.
And you know what?
From
What's his face?
Sacramento.
Castillo was gone, too, having a baby.
Yeah, he's on paternity leave. You pussy. I have not left. Thanks, Mike. I was just kidding with you, man. But the A's the Giants are rolling.
Yep.
Still in first place. Cueto and Samardzija, man. The further the season goes in, the more and more I love the fact that they went after 2 bona fide aces over 1.
And Peavy's throwing good, too.
Peavy's
looking great today.
He looked good today, except for that pickoff move he had.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what didn't look great. The Father's Day baby. So first of all, like a light, it was watery gray. Like you mixed. Imagine you are.
It's kind of the color of your T-shirt you're wearing tonight.
Imagine this is baby blue. So imagine you're water painting, and you use gray paint with a little bit of white mixed into it, and then you rinse your brush off in the cup of water. That milky residue that's in your water is the color of the jerseys.
They were horrible looking.
Then they pinstriped them in baby blue.
And that was a weird baby blue, too.
And then they took like this really bland orange number color and San Francisco color to make the numbers with no trim on it, but just here's some numbers. And then the hats were bad.
And the you couldn't tell the difference between the Giants and the Devil Ray or the Rays hats.
No,
either.
not at all. So that was terrible. The A's are currently ranked 28th in league attendance, blue collar baseball or green collar baseball.
That's right.
But on the flip side, 2 days or
yesterday's were awesome.
The Giants wear their old school. Hold on, you talk. You explain them because I have a variation of that jersey in my closet.
Oh, do you really? So it was the old school 70s orange and black unis with the pants pulled up high and stirrups on. And just, they were just so gorgeous. And they reminded me of Candlestick Park. I was watching the game at home, and I had to go put a jacket on. Yeah, that's kind of it.
So right there.
There you go.
I need to start wearing my jerseys more often.
Yeah, you're getting older. Older guys don't wear
I will
jerseys.
tell you this though, the stirrups.
Oh
my god, that made me so happy.
The whole look was just nice. It was good look.
And then it was Denard Span and Gregor Blanco. Like some of the players toned it down with like a more of like an all black shoe with a little bit of orange. Like they were talking about Roberto Kelly had like these like running shoes on. Blanco and Span both kept it new school on the shoe. So they had like this bright orange patent leather shoe on with black patent leather, and it just popped, and it looked so good. And like,
speaking of ugly shoe combinations, did you see the first baseman today for the Devil Rays?
what the fuck? Why was he wearing solid baby blue stockings?
And solid baby blue shoes. His socks and his shoes were a complete match.
You know what it looked like? The color wash uniforms or color rush from NFL?
It did. It did look like Carolina's or Detroit's.
Sanitary sock for the win. But and then like the Giants also had a variation of the stirrups. Some wore the super thin pinstripe ones. Some wore the thick ones. But just when they do that front view of the player, and you can tell which guy works out leg day and which one doesn't, because like some of them there was like no gap from the top of the calf down. It's just like solid leg, and then like guys like Brandon Belt, who clearly doesn't work legs, it was just like there was like a space between the stirrup and the side of his leg. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
Even the Rays throwback, which was kind of wonky, looked okay.
I didn't throwback from what?
Yeah, they never worn those before.
No,
I will give them credit though. Did you see their hat they wore?
Yes.
So they replaced the D or the T they normally wear with an O for Orlando. They rainbow striped it inside the O with the stingray on it. I thought that was really cool. What about Logan Morrison's sleeve? He wore like a I mean, and no offense to anyone that has an autistic child, but literally it looks like an autistic child just scribbled all over it, and then they threw like weird camouflage paint at it.
Yeah.
And whatever stuck, they just like clear coated it so that it stayed, and then that was his sleeve.
Kruk and Kipe had a great line when they were talking about that. They showed him, and Kuiper says, you know, if Frank Robinson was managing this team, that guy would not be wearing that. And Kruko goes, absolutely. In fact, Robinson would come take that off himself and stick it down the guy's throat.
Nice.
I threw in the stick it down the guy's throat part. That was my little addition. But
yeah, it was just the Rays were just bad.
And today's whole game unis were just ugly.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I know every team wore the hats with the baby blue lettering. That was the Father's Day
What was
tribute.
that? Is that what that was?
Yeah, but what I want to know is, no, just don't do that. Like, I'm ready for. Actually, we'll get to that later. It's one of my bingo or bullshits. Ichiro Suzuki, arguably one of the best, if not the best, international player to come across.
Absolutely, I'll buy that
from the Oriental side, because Asian descent. Because if you look at like some of the Dominicans or some of those guys, I don't know if Ichiro can even hold a stick to some of those dudes.
No, I think he can. He's just a different player. I mean, he's obviously one of the greatest hitters of all time.
Kind of, Mike. It was a different blue. It wasn't baby blue.
Yeah, it was a weird color.
No, he was asking if the Denver Broncos used to wear baby blue and orange. It was a similar
they didn't
color.
Denver, they were a navy blue and orange.
Yeah, now they're like the dark navy blue and orange.
Well, they wore orange and black for a long time.
All right, pop quiz, old guy. How many hits does Pete Rose have?
41-28.
All right, Ichiro has.
I think it's 41-28.
No, hold on. 42-56.
42-56. Okay, I was close.
Ichiro with a combination. Oh, let me rephrase that. Ichiro professional baseball career, 42-57 as of a couple days ago.
Right.
He has 29-79 in Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you combine his 7 full seasons of professional baseball in Japan, he's at 42-57.
Yeah, no.
Immediately, Major League Baseball announcers and stadium marquees and newspapers and everything. The new hit king, Ichiro Suzuki, 42.57 passes Pete Rose. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Pete Rose got all of his professional hits in Major League Baseball.
Absolutely.
He didn't go to Japan. He didn't go to the Dominican or Korea or wherever the hell they played back then. He got them all against the best pitching on the planet in Major League Baseball that was available to play professional baseball. And
didn't we talk to somebody at the River Cats last year who had played in Japan, and we asked him who was that?
That was John Bowker.
It was Bowker, yeah. We talked to him
ago.
We talked to him at the River Cats Media Day, and he had just gotten back from Japan. And one of the questions I asked him, because I was always concerned about, or wondered about this, is comparing Japanese baseball to American baseball in terms of what level was it at? Was it comparable to the major league level? Was it AAA? Was it AA? And I believe he said it was kind of somewhere between AA and AAA, if I'm correct.
Correct.
So
no, he said it was somewhere between AAA and Major League Baseball level. He gave it a little bit more credit.
Oh, okay.
But he said it was closer to the AAA side of it. It wasn't at the level of Major League Baseball. And and here's something that bugs me about Ichiro. His softball style running slap hits. That is a fast pitch softball.
Oh, absolutely.
Invented mechanic.
Absolutely.
Style. I don't think it has a place in Major League Baseball. I don't like it that he does it. And how many of those hits in Japan were the little slap style bunts?
See, that's why I don't. I mean, it's like, okay, let's take another sport and make the same exact comparison, because I heard this done the other day. Who's the all-time leader in yardage passing in the NFL?
Brett Favre. No, Peyton Manning.
Okay, so Peyton Manning's was all done in the NFL, right?
Yes.
How many yards does Warren Moon have passing?
Or Kurt Warner, let's say.
It's Warren Moon.
Okay,
Warren Moon.
I don't know what he has.
So Warren Moon, if you add up his Canadian Football League stats with the NFL stats,
that's okay.
Has more passing yardage than Peyton Manning.
Right.
Do we count those Canadian Football League stats? No, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. I mean, I can't think of a better comparison of Pete Rose versus Ichiro than Warren Moon versus Peyton Manning. They're both, all of them are great players, phenomenal players, Hall of Fame level players. But you can't compare those yardage stats or those hits that those guys got in the other leagues to what they're getting in the NFL and Major League Baseball.
Another comparison to that is, you like look at basketball, points scored in a game.
I'm
saying like single game points. Okay, you have Wilt at 100, Kobe at 81. Right, that's the next one closest to him.
Right.
Would you ever look at Quincy Doobie, who scored 89 in a China game, and say, "Oh, he's the third professional basketball second highest score"? No, you don't, because the level of competition is different. If there was no difference in the level of competition between professional baseball in Japan and Major League Baseball, all of those players in Japan would be in Major League they wouldn't even try to come to Major League Baseball, because it wouldn't be a higher level.
Right.
If Ichiro didn't feel that Major League Baseball was a more competitive level of baseball than Japan's professional baseball league, he never would have made the jump. He would have stayed in Japan.
Right.
You don't see Major League players go, you know what?
I think I'm going to go to Japan.
I think I've done, like Kershaw. You know, I've won a couple Cy Youngs. I've won a league MVP.
I'm going to go win the Pitcher of the Year award for the...
I'm going to go to Japan and try to win some hardware over there.
Tokyo Carp.
Right. Yeah. Like the New Japan minnows. Like, it just doesn't happen because there's no comparison. Major League Baseball is the highest level of achievement you can have in professional baseball.
Right.
And those hits that Ichiro has should not even put him close to the hit king.
No. The other comparison I saw was Dr. J's total points in the ABA and NBA would be pretty similar to Kareem's point totals in the NBA as leading scorer. But it's you can pretty much go back and look at the level of competition in the ABA was much stronger compared to any of those other Canadian Football League or Japanese baseball.
Didn't the ABA merge with the NBA?
Yeah, 5 teams.
Okay, and then same thing.
Trivia question.
Hold on, same thing with the AFL and NFL, right? Before
Correct.
AFC,
Correct.
those merge, so those stats essentially carry over.
Correct.
So yeah, Kareem and Jabbar, those could be compared because they essentially became the same league. Baseball never derived from Japan.
No.
So
No.
they're separate. They cannot be combined.
No. So do you know the 4 teams that merged from the ABA? Actually, 5 teams. I'm sorry, 5 teams.
Minneapolis Lakers.
Nope.
New York Knickerbockers.
Nope.
I don't know. I could just keep naming names. I'll never know.
Nope.
Boston.
Nope.
Those
Those are all original. Those are all original.
Albuquerque.
There's Albuquerque now. The Isotopes.
the Saskatchewan.
5 teams. 5 teams. Your Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Your San Antonio Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Your now Brooklyn Nets. Pacers. Oh, and your Denver Nuggets. And there's a 5th team.
Kansas City Royals.
Nope.
Kings. Royals. Rochester Royals. No, I don't know.
If you would have watched a little bit more 30-30, 30 for 30, you would know that St. Louis had an ABA team.
Spirits of St. Louis.
Spirits of St. Louis. They merged, but they do not play. The owners of the Spirits get all of the owners' royalties that all of the other NBA teams owners
Still
do.
to this day?
Still to this day.
Wow. All right, another pop quiz for their smarty pants. Name me the NBA teams that don't have an S on the end of their name.
You mean their mascot?
Well, their team name.
Okay.
Damn it, I got rid of the sound.
NBA teams?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I know the baseball teams that don't.
Come on, it's not that hard.
I just can't think. I'm going through all the... I don't know.
Heat, Magic, Jazz.
Nice. Nice.
I was trying to find my 30-second Jeopardy timer, and I can't find it. Oh, well. Whatever.
Oh, no. We suck again.
Right?
Our sound guy's been doing pretty good.
Good job, Barn Bum. Magic is one of them.
Mike, you beat me on that one.
Good job, buddy. All right, let's do this.
If you or anyone you know is thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, they deserve to have someone working with them that not only knows what they're doing, but will explain everything that happens along the way. That person would be me, Coach Greg Veroza of Keller Williams Realty. I have 2 goals. My first goal is to coach you through the buying and selling process, making it easy to understand and as stress-free as possible, which isn't easy sometimes. My second goal is to have fun doing it. Come be a part of my team. Let me coach you or anyone you know through the real estate process. Give me a call at 916-241-8068, and let's talk about how I can coach you through the real estate process. Let me ask you one question. Who do you know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate that I should know right now? Again, that's Greg Veroza, Keller Williams Realty, 916-241-8068.
You on this one.
Phil Johnson was.
Okay, maybe not the first, but he was a coach of the Kings.
Oh, absolutely. I never said he
okay.
wasn't, but he wasn't the first one.
All right. Real quick, we have 5 minutes before we reset and get into a little bit of Kings.
You just missed a pretty good argument that we had, too.
That's right. Top 5.
5, 4. I want this dude's voice.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, that's the best I've ever seen.
I like that.
73 and sad Jordan face. Oh, man. All right. Top 5 father-son combos in sports history in honor of Father's Day. My list.
Where's your list?
What the fuck? Got it. Yep. Got it.
All right.
Honorable mentions go.
I got a shitload of these, so I won't do all of them because I might steal some of yours. And I just kind of lumped some of these all together because of the sports. But auto racing, the Petties, the Earnhardts, and the Andretti's. Great father-son combos. Did I take some of yours?
Andretti's off my list. Yeah, you took some of them.
I'll give you 3 more. The Berries, Rick, JB, and Brent. Is that another one off your list? Shit. Okay, I know this one's not on your list, and this is all for you too. Rocky Johnson and The Rock.
I did not put any wrestling on there. I could have went crazy. I could have put like
The
Vince
Rock
Shane
and
McMahon.
Rocky Johnson.
All right.
Those are my honorable mentions.
All right. Honorable mentions: Michael Mario Andretti, Rick, Brent, and John Barry, Moises and Felipe Alou.
I told you my Moises Alou story.
You
didn't
did
I?
not.
I'll have to tell you that later on sometime.
All right.
Oh,
Number 5.
Number 5. We talked about him a little bit last week. Hockey's Mr. Hockey and his sons, Gordie Howe.
Almost made my list.
Yep.
But I didn't put him on there because we talked about them last week.
Yeah, but he still should have been on the list.
Number 5, the Petty family, Lee, Richard, Kyle, and Adam, who passed away in a practice race in 2000.
Yep. Number 4, the Griffies. The Griffies. You like that?
Yeah.
Ken and what's his face? Ken and Jr.
King Griffey Sr. and King Griffey Jr.
That's right.
Number 4, Bobby and Barry Lamar Bonds.
Oh, that's on my list too some point.
All right.
Number 3, and this is kind of skirting the rules a little bit, the Alis. Muhammad and Layla.
It's Father's Day. You're like one of those.
Father's Day. Women have fathers too.
But I said father-son combos.
Yeah, but it's fathers. It's not father sons or father daughters. It's father and kids.
Fine.
Tell her that. She'll kick your ass.
Right? I'm going to tell Ronda Rousey's dad, too. Fuck you. You're not a son. All right.
Yeah, daughters don't have fathers.
Number 3, Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning.
Yeah, honorable mention for me.
All right.
Where am I at? Number 2? Number 2.
The Currys?
The Currys.
Steph and Riley?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Aisha and Dell?
Yeah.
Number 2, Dale Sr., Dale Jr.
Okay.
Totally transcend sports racing and stuff, and they're my number 2.
My number 1, Barry and Bobby, the Bonds brothers.
My number 1, the Griffies. Arguably, I mean, how cool would it be to have your dad as your manager at a time and just, you know.
He was a player. They played in the same outfield.
Yep. How cool would that be?
So I had a couple other honorable mentions. I didn't want to steal any more of yours. The Hills.
Bobby and Hank?
Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
I like propane accessory.
No, Grant and
His dad?
His dad. The Fielders.
I almost
Cecil
had
and Prince?
Prince and Cecil.
And that's it.
I did some research on this, and it's like, it's Calvin Hill.
Calvin Hill.
They're like, the Ewings. I'm like, Patrick Ewing Jr. sucked. That dude was fucking terrible.
There was the Ewings were in there. I think Jordan was in there because his kid played for played basketball somewhere in college.
Dumb.
And there was a couple other ones that were like, really?
Dumb.
I think there was even a Gretzky one because I think his kid was playing baseball somewhere.
Dumb.
By the way, speaking of Gretzky's, did you watch any of the golf tournament?
No.
Okay, the guy who won it.
Barma. We didn't reset Mixler in 60 seconds.
The guy who won it is married to Wayne Gretzky's daughter.
Okay. Hot?
Oh, turbo hot.
All right, cool. We're going to reset Mixler. We will be right back.
I forgot you're married. You can't be looking at girls like that.
I can look. I just can't touch, talk, think about, admit to it while we're on the air. And we're back. All right, Sacramento. Oh, no, just kidding. It is now time for bingo.
Bingo!
Was that a bingo?
Bingo! A bingo!
Bingo!
I've got a bingo!
Bingo!
Bingo! Bingo!
Or bullshit. or bullshit.
All right, bingo or bullshit. The Warriors did the greatest choke job of all time tonight.
Bingo.
It's been a while since we did the double
pumper.
the double pump chump. No, I think it ties with the New England Patriots. 16-0 and floundering in the championship game. I think it ties. It's a very fucking close tie, but no, they do not get sole possession of said choke job.
Okay, go.
Bingo or bullshit. Major League Baseball needs to retire the holiday uniforms.
Just a Father's Day one, so bingo.
Bingo.
Just the Father's Day ones. Those were horrible.
I did like the Mother's Day one this year. It was the same thing, but with pink.
Yeah, no, it was fine, but
I don't like the military ones though. The digital.
I kind of like. You know what? I like it when San Diego wears the military ones.
They wear those every Sunday.
I know, but I like those.
So just let them wear them.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
All right, go ahead.
I had one. I didn't have it written down. I just had one. Go ahead. I got to rethink of this. I forgot it.
With trade talks swirling. Now, Barnbaum, we're going to talk about trades. Don't tell the NBA. With trade talks swirling, with the draft approaching, the Sacramento Kings should offer Ben McLemore and Rudy Gay to the Chicago Bulls for former MVP Derrick Rose.
Bullshit. I just think he's over the hill. I think he's too fragile. I I just don't think he's a leader. I'd
He's
rather.
a former MVP. How do you not consider him a leader?
Well, yeah, but he hasn't played in 3 years.
He played last year very well.
Yeah, but
fragile is the exact same narrative that represented Rondo for the last 3 years.
That's true. No, you're right. You're right.
The exact same narrative that hovers over Kevin Love, who's been hurt, and Anthony Davis, who's been hurt, and hell, DeMarcus was called fragile a couple times this last season because he was hurt too much. You take a risk on a former MVP. The Knicks are talking about putting together a package for him. If other teams are talking about it, why not consider it?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Change my mind.
Let me ask you this: Derrick Rose at $9 million next season, or Rondo at 13?
Oh, Rondo's
exactly.
gone.
You take a shot at Derrick fucking Rose.
Yeah.
Rose, Cousins, and Cauley Stein. Whew.
That'd be cool. All right, bingo or bullshit. Harrison Barnes' performance in the championship series cost him millions of dollars.
Bingo.
Bingo or bullshit. Harrison Barnes is a fucking idiot for turning down the extension he was offered.
Bingo.
Dumb fuck.
He cost him. I was watching the game, and I was watching with my mommy, who, by the way, you think I hate LeBron. It's funny when an 85-year-old woman starts cussing out LeBron James. I hate that asshole. I just kind of at one point go, that dude cannot hit the ocean from a boat. And she's like, what does that mean? And I said, so I had to explain. That's funny.
He was more nervous than a long-haired cat in a room full of rocking chairs. That's my new favorite thing. All right. With his hit streak currently at 32 games, Yankees Joe DiMaggio would be the best named baseball player to pass Lou Gehrig's 56 game streak should he surpass the record.
What?
I've worded that really wrong. I was trying to read it as I wrote it. So right now there's a player on the Yankees named Joe DiMaggio.
Oh, is there? I didn't know.
He has a 32 game hitting streak in baseball right now. Namesake alone, considering that Joe DiMaggio and Lou Gehrig played together, he would be the most fitting named baseball player right now to pass Lou Gehrig's 56 game hitting streak.
Okay, so Lou Gehrig didn't have a 56
It's not
game.
Lou Gehrig, is it? It's God damn it! I just totally fucked that up. We'll just skip this one.
No. Keep going. I want you to. Now's a teaching moment for you.
God damn it!
Who's the guy that you mentioned who has the same name as the?
So that's what I thought. I wrote it down wrong. It's DiMaggio, right?
So DiMaggio has a 56 game hitting streak.
Yeah, and Joe DiMaggio now has a 32 game hitting streak.
Yes. So.
Therefore, that's where I was going with it. I don't know why I wrote down Lou Gehrig. You know what it is? I wrote down Dimaggio, and I was like, no, he can't have the same name. It's got to be.
What are you looking it up? It was Joe DiMaggio that had the 56-game
I'm
hitting
looking
streak.
up who has it now. Fuck.
Maybe it's Lou Gehrig that's playing for the Yankees.
Right? Fuck. And then I Googled 32-game hit streak.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one is not going in the Times capsule of greatest shows we've ever done.
Oh, God damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Floyd Mayweather.
I got it. What the fuck? Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. What are they doing? I can't hear you. Nobody else knows what you're looking at.
I quit.
No, keep going now. You got it started.
Because Major League Baseball's a bunch of fucking slapdicks. Moving on.
No, come on. You got to.
Apparently, the alerts I've been getting is like a historical recap, not a current thing.
Oh, so today would have been Joe DiMaggio's 32nd game in a row. God. Wow. And you give me shit about being old.
They need to not do that. That shit's fucking. I'm like, wow, there's another guy named Joe DiMaggio.
Hey, so the guy who's playing for the Yankees right now, his name's Joe DiMaggio. Is he going to break Cal Ripken's streak for the most games played without an error?
Yeah, when they start doing this shit. When they're like, Cal Ripken has played in 1,200 straight games, I'll be like, damn, another guy, Cal Ripken. Oh,
wow.
That's big or bullshit, folks.
I had a couple more, but I'm not even going to do it
Hey,
because it's not worth
listeners, listen up. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the greater Sacramento area, then there's only one person that you should be calling. It's someone that you listen to every single week for sports advice, and it's time you listen to him for real estate advice as well. Give Greg Veroza of Keller Williams Realty a call, and he will hook you up with all the information you need. Give him a call his office at 916-241-8068. I did it. My family did it. It was a great experience. Very seamless. Greg's very accommodating, and he'll find you the right home for you. So give him a call. You won't regret it. 916-241-8068. Greg Veroza of Keller Williams Realty. And tell him Sports Talk 916 sent you.
So for those of you just joining,
Breaking news.
I was trying to play a prank on Veroza by mentioning...
No, you weren't trying to play a prank. You thought you were scooping everybody that there's a kid named Joe DiMaggio that's now playing center field for the Yankees. Hey, I got news for you. There's a kid named Wayne Gretzky that's coming up for the Oilers next year, and they think he's gonna break Gordie Howe's consecutive game playing streak. I was trying to prank Veroza. Give me a fucking break.
Are you kidding me?
Are we going to find an Are You Kidding Me that's worse than, more Are You Kidding Me than what just happened here?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
My Are You Kidding Me? So, the host of a
podcast host.
Yeah, an aspiring podcast host tries to think he's scooping everybody and has somebody that's been dead for 20 years playing center field for the Yankees that he quit in 1959.
Why would they send out a daily alert? Fucking Major League Baseball app, like, and it doesn't say on this day. It's like Joe DiMaggio leads off the third versus the White Sox.
Scoop there, Mr. Sports Fan. Pretty much everybody knows that Joe DiMaggio's dead and not playing for the Yankees anymore.
I thought it was a coincidence, okay? I was like, damn, another dude. That's cool. The Yankees drafted him.
Wow. Did you hear the door close? That was credibility walking out the door that you just lost.
So normally when I get these alerts, unless it's Giants or Red Sox related, because I have them both going, I just swipe left. I don't expand them and read it. So it's like Joe DiMaggio extends his streak to 32 games. I'm like, damn, that dude. I'm like, what's with the American League East? Like all the Red Sox dudes are getting hit streak. Those guys are real, right?
Yeah, they're real. Yeah,
are real? Okay.
And none of them are Carl Yastrzemski or
Babe Ruth is on an 18-game hit streak this week.
Yeah, Babe Ruth's going to hit 70 home runs this year. He's going to break Barry Bonds' 73-game hitting streak.
Oh, do you have an Are You Kidding Me?
No.
Why not?
Because.
Do you actually not have one?
No, I don't.
Well, then why
Do
not?
you?
No.
Why not?
Well, I might. Hold on.
Like I said, the last Are You Kidding Me was your stupid.
I was going to do an Are You Kidding Me about Von Miller. But we'll just get to that in headlines because that guy's a fucking moron.
No shit.
Let's talk NBA Kings. Kings are doing a couple pre-draft workouts.
Yes.
And one of the gentlemen they're bringing in is from University of South Florida.
Yes.
And he's the younger brother of DeMarcus Cousins.
I saw that.
How do you feel about that? I mean, do you think that, potentially, I haven't heard of him having to work out anywhere else, except for Dallas, I think, gave him a workout.
Do we have a second round pick?
Yeah, we do have a second round pick this year.
See, that's the kind of shit you waste on a second round pick.
But do you think it's an appeasement of DeMarcus? Do you think he's talented enough to do it? Like,
I don't know. I don't know anything about the guy.
Do you really want the guy that got in a fight at a nightclub?
Oh, that's right. That's who he was.
DeMarcus got shuffled out the back because his brother was being an idiot?
No, I don't want another Cousins on the team anyway.
I mean, we're talking about his brother, not one of his cousins. If it's one of his cousins, then...
Really? Dude, just give up being funny tonight because it's not working. Exactly.
Hi,
we want his uncle.
This is Greg Bowl.
What now?
I think everyone left. The chat box is hella quiet. No, we have more listeners than we've had all night right now.
Oh, nice. Great.
God damn it. Breaking news. Joe DiMaggio is on a 32-game hitting streak for the Yankees.
Breaking news. Joe DiMaggio has been dead for 20 years. That's how good his hitting streak is. He's so good he can do it 20 years after he died.
And I thought Lou Gehrig had the 56-game hit streak. What was Lou Gehrig's big thing?
Really?
That's a pop quiz.
No, you don't know.
I'm drawing a fucking huge... Oh, he was Ripken's record. Right? Iron Man thing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'd say I know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
NBA draft is Thursday.
I guess if it's not on Madden football or a video game, you don't know anything about.
I guess not.
I guess
I'm going to go get laid. What? Forget your...
You are?
I'm going to go get laid. Forget your DiMaggio talk.
Who's going to go get laid? Barnbaum?
No, Joe Ganados.
Oh,
He said the man is dead, Bowl. Bowl, it was ALS. Ooh, what the hell?
Keith, I want to know what you've been drinking tonight.
Check out my draft preview this Tuesday at tjsportsgeek.com. There's a plug for TJ. Do you have any faith right now in what the Kings are going to do? I mean, have you looked at anything that might suggest what they might do? This has been the most quiet draft.
It has. Which
is
you know what?
Good.
Yeah, which is kind of good. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith, so as long as they don't draft a 6'3" white guard out of Utah, I'm fine. Or Michigan State or wherever the hell they're 6'2" white guards that can't jump and shoot and get their own shots
Nick
come from.
Stauskas.
Yeah. So no.
We should try the Sauce Castillo sauce.
By the way, we talked about this earlier. We need to make a bet with those guys from Philly.
When do they play?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. Are they listening? They aren't listening right now, are they?
No, but I can try to get them to. Let's send a little text to Mr. Ron.
There you go. So, what are you gonna do for the draft? Are you gonna do anything fun or anything super Kingsy fansy type thing, or are you just gonna sit and watch it here?
It's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
We picked my wife up from the airport when she was back from LA that day. I'll probably be at the gym during the draft. That's pretty much what I do. So, no, I don't want to go out to any of the draft parties. The draft party's kind of bittersweet for me. Last year's draft party was the last Kings event that was attended by Rob Sperling. He was at our draft party. At Elk Grove. He left early before we took our before we took our group picture and all that other stuff. And it was like a couple days later that he passed away. So, the draft party just kind of doesn't have the same vibe to it. So, probably skip it out this year. DeMarcus did have an interesting quote, though, because he was at the pre-draft workouts this week.
What did he say?
And they asked them about how he feels for the upcoming season. And DeMarcus says, Boogie has high hopes. He says, I'm extremely excited. I'm very confident this is going to be our year. This is the year we turn it around. He didn't promise playoffs. He didn't promise a championship. He didn't promise 7-3-9 and then lose it in the finals. He just said, this is the year that we're going to turn it around. And, you know, DeMarcus is saying all the right things. He said something, that, you know, a few days ago that, you know, he's extremely happy to be here. He's extremely happy to be a part of what Sacramento's doing. He's been, Cousins has recently spent time preparing for the team's upcoming season in Las Vegas. He arrived at Thursday's camp slimmer than usual, reportedly down 18 pounds.
I heard that.
He says, I'm in the process of getting in shape. Everything is positive right now, and that's the way it should be. Tom Thibodeau was asked about DeMarcus when they announced that he would be making the roster for Team USA. He said that DeMarcus is in the best shape he's ever seen him in. He's as healthy as ever. He's moving lightly on his feet. His feet aren't a problem after he had that offseason surgery.
Good.
So DeMarcus seems to be like he's in the right spot. Keith, I'm talking good about the guy. Go get your shit wet.
I really want to. Never mind. Keep going. No, just go. Don't look at me like that. Go. Keep talking. Keep talking. Go.
But I'm looking the way that is. But here's what I want to talk about. Sacramento Kings this week released, or last week, 2 weeks ago, released the jersey mock-ups, the new jerseys. 2K Sports.
I don't think they were the mock-ups. I think
they're the jerseys. Yeah. They were the jerseys. 2K Sports released it. They announced them first. They put up a digital rendition of them for their upcoming NBA 2K17 game. Willie Cauley-Stein was the poster boy. TJ loves them. I'm lukewarm on them. I like aspects of them. You said you like them a lot, right? No, you don't like them at all? So let's talk about them.
They're bland. They're just bland. They're just, you know what they remind me of? You know what? They remind me of Tampa Bay's uniforms today.
Really?
Just bland. There's no excitement about them. There's no contrast. The gray is just kind of washed out. The purple is kind of washed out. I kind of like the black ones. I think, is it a black one that says sack on it, or is it a gray one that says sack on it?
The purple says sack in gray.
Right. I think it's the gray that I don't like. It just washes it out for me. So no, I'm not a big fan of them.
Okay.
And I don't like the solid gray ones. Ugh, they're horrible.
They don't have solid gray.
I thought they did.
No, they have black. So here's my two beefs. So first of all, the home whites with the gray striping, the Kings on the front.
I mean, that's what I was looking at.
I like them a lot. I like the whites. They're simple. They're clean. I like them. The purple, the roads, I like them again. Gray striping, purple and white, looks good. Don't like the fact that it says Kings on the front. I wanted to say Sacramento when we're on the road.
That's what it should say.
We are the Sacramento Kings. It should represent Sacramento on the road. The city uniform, the Sacramento, the home or the road alternate that says Sac on the front, I like that. I like the fact they're not going full Sacramento. I like the fact that it is an abbreviation, Sacramento. Same thing with the ball. They have the ball sack on the leg. I don't like that part about it, but I like the fact that they're using the sack variation on both pant and shirt. I absolutely 1,010% hate the fact that they brought back the baby blues. The home alternate baby blues. They did them last year. They should not be doing them again. The alternating jersey this year should have been from the 2002 to 2003 season. If you want to have a new era of Sacramento Proud, you should be celebrating the most recent era of Proud, which was the era in which
the most recent or the only? The
only era of Proud, the only one that represents any kind of success. They should have brought back the 02 jerseys, the 0102s. That's my opinion. And my biggest gripe of all, the all black global, they're calling them the global uniform. So every uniform above the word Kings has the little hierarchy crown, right? The new crown they designed. I like that. It's got a little bit of a chest piece to it right underneath the bottom collar. It looks good. They went with the Kings on the front of it. I like it. The shorts and the top all have like a chain mesh look to it. It's like a sublimated print. I like that. It kind of gives it that Knight of Armor feel. It's the black road alternate, right? It's the global uniform. They put, instead of the little crown, the little sublimated crown underneath the collar, they put the little knockoff Kings soccer crest, the little lion. They put that there instead of the crown. Alternate. I like it, right? All alternate color schemes. On the shorts, what do? They put the Sacramento ball, right? The same one that's on the other shorts. It's the alternate fucking uniform. You have the alternate in the lion instead of the crown. Why don't you have the lion on top of the ball on the shorts? You roll out an alternate logo for a reason. It's not represented on any of the uniform shorts or any of the uniforms whatsoever. What's the point of having a third logo if you're not going to put it on the third variation of your jersey? Makes no sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
That is the only thing that I absolutely 1000% hate about the new jerseys is that you represent them well. The schemes are nice and simple. Everything works well, but you don't use all the logos that you rolled out to the fans that made a big old deal about. I mean, the rest of them, they're clean. They're not over the top. And let me give praise to the Kings where credit is due. They did not roll out a sleeve jersey.
Yes, thank God.
I agree with Barnbaum. He says, is the purple one says Sac on it. The black one is the global. I want the road jersey to say Sacramento rather than the Kings across the front. I agree with that 100%. However, I really do think that they messed up on the shorts, and that's the biggest thing. And the second thing, the dancers' uniforms are terrible.
Are they? I haven't even looked at those.
Terrible.
But wait a minute. Now, this one, that one's almost like a sleeveless jersey. It's not a regular basketball.
That's not a real mock-up. Nope.
Okay.
Go to sackings.com/jerseys or new jerseys or something like that. I don't know. It was, the website was... Fuck, I don't know what the hell it was. NBA.com/Kings/new uniforms. Texas. Ron won't be able to call in. We'll get a gentleman's bet before the series starts.
Okay.
Let's do headlines to wrap up the show. We now travel around the wide world of sports with this week's headlines. That's right. Let's do a quick round of headlines before we get out of here for the evening. U.S. Open. Phil Mickelson, Ricky Fowler, and Rory McIlroy all missed the cut at the U.S. Open this weekend. One of the most star-studded fields of misses that we've seen in a long time since Tiger Woods missed a couple years ago.
Yep.
Let's see. This story right here was, are you kidding me worthy? Von Miller, Denver Broncos linebacker and Super Bowl MVP. You stink, by the way. Von Miller refuses...
What do you mean I stink?
You blew something righteous.
You like that?
Von Miller refuses to play under the franchise tag, which was applied in March, earning him a little over $14 million this season. Says he wants a long-term deal. He turned down a $114 million contract, which gave him $39 million in guaranteed money. Says he wants more guaranteed money.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that aren't nearly as good as he is. They got $60 million. There's one guy, I think the Broncos signed somebody at $60 million.
I think I just think it's ridiculous for you to walk away from that kind of money.
Absolutely. He won't.
He'll end up playing.
He'll play.
Steelers. I wonder if Keith's still on. So Steelers guard Maurice Pouncey. He hurt his leg, broke his leg last year in the first preseason game. Of Clinton Dix fell on his leg, broke his leg, had to have a surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that Pouncey in the offseason underwent 6 surgeries on his broken bone, plus a skin graft surgery after he contracted a staph infection because the wound wouldn't close properly. He currently has been a full participant in the offseason workouts and has been cleared to play in 2016. Former number 3 overall pick Trent Richardson will undergo knee surgery and will miss some playing time while trying to make a return to the NFL on the Ravens roster after not playing in 2015.
I saw a report where he still thinks he's...
This a week after a bold statement made by Richardson, who, despite his uninspiring professional career, said earlier this month that he believes he can play well enough to one day be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Where's your cricket? Where are your crickets at?
Right?
That's cricket. That's cricket worthy.
You suck.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Brock Lesnar.
I don't know why I threw in Brock, but let's see. The Knicks are discussing a trade for Derrick Rose from the Bulls. We talked about should the Kings pursue. The NBA salary cap reports are indicating that the salary cap for next season will eclipse $94 million, up $24 million from the current level it's at $70 million.
Wow.
Somebody's getting paid.
A lot of people are getting paid. Okay, here's a bingo bullshit. Does LeBron re-sign with...
Damn it, Barn Bomb.
What now?
The last person that Denver had money to pay for was Lars Hansen. He played collegiate ball at Sacramento State.
Hi, this is Mike Barnbaum.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Bingo or bullshit question for me?
I don't know what it is anymore. I completely lost my train of thought.
It was about salary cap getting paid.
Oh, does bingo or bullshit? Does LeBron stay with Cleveland this year?
Yes. Bingo.
Think so?
Bingo.
I talked about it with TJ, I think it was. Maybe it was with you. I think LeBron opts in, especially now that they've won the title. He'll stick around in Cleveland one more year. He's going to let Durant and a few of those other guys set the table for him, and then he's going to jump ship. And I said the same thing about Durant. The more and more I read about Durant, it's sounding like he may go and test waters and see what he can get paid elsewhere. I think LeBron sticks around, tries to make one more run. I think you'll see Cleveland make a push to move a couple pieces. Kevin Love won't be a Cavs next year. They'll bring in some better accessories for LeBron so he doesn't have to do it all. And I think Cleveland tries to make a back-to-back run. And then these other guys are going to set the bar because the salary cap is expected to go up again in the next year or two. So,
I know. I just remember what my other bingo bullshit was.
Okay.
So Cleveland winning this year gives credence to all those people that said the only reason the Warriors won last year was because Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving were hurt.
I think last year the Warriors played at such a high level, even with those guys healthy.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in the league beats Golden State. This year, on the other side of it, if those guys got hurt again this year, Cleveland had zero chance. Oh, if Love got hurt, I think the outcome is the same.
Right.
If Kyrie gets hurt, Cleveland's done.
Right. And I think the Warriors just have the same kind of argument because I think Curry's hurt, and I think he's hurt big time, and he's hurt a lot more than he's letting on.
I think his vagina's hurt a little bit too. His wife took his balls away. Let's see. Jose Reyes of the Colorado Rockies completed his suspension for domestic violence, 90 games. 60 games, 30 games, 45, 50.
56.
50, there you go. Shut up, you asshole. Joe Dimaggio is suspended 56 games. Anyways, he's back from his domestic violence. The Rockies designated him for assignment. Reyes is still owed $39.1 million from the 6-year, $106 million contract he signed with the Marlins back in December of 2011. $13.1 million for the remainder of this season, $22 million for next year, and a $4 million buyout of the $22 million option for 18. Unless the team chooses to trade for him and absorb some of that contract. Newsflash, that ain't going to happen.
No.
The Rockies will be on the hook for all but the prorated share of the $507,000 minimum salary.
Yep.
The Rockies right now are willing to pay $39 million for him to never suit up for them again. And if he clears waivers in 10 days and another team signs him, they're still on the hook for the $39 million.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I really wish I was able to find audio for this. I searched for an hour and a half. I could not find audio anywhere. But we have Major League Baseball's quote of the year coming up right now. I mentioned on Facebook last week that former Giant Juan Uribe was carted off the field after he took a line drive at third base to the boys. It was clocked at 106 miles per hour.
Saw that.
He was asked about the incident because he's still out. He hasn't returned back to baseball yet.
Right.
Asked about the incident. Uribe gave us the quote of the year. Juan Uribe. I don't wear a cup because our training staff doesn't have one in my size.
Nice.
Everyone started laughing. He went, no, I'm serious. He doesn't have a cup that's big enough for his junk, so he just doesn't wear one.
Sure, it was big enough or small enough?
No, he's talking big enough.
Wow.
McDavid needs to be on the phone to get Big Boy Cups an endorsement deal right there, but I just thought that was amazing. He's like, I don't have one because they don't have one my size. And everyone's like, ha. He's like, no, I'm serious. And the reports I read was he had zero look of any kind of enjoyment on his face when he was making the quote. So he was dead serious. Quote of the year, I don't wear a cup because there's not one in my size.
Wow. I just don't have anything to say.
Lucky man. Or unlucky females.
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus Christ.
Long Dong Silver.
Drops his pants and just run.
Bam.
We out.
Mike Crotch is popular with the animals. Yeah, I don't. That's not a problem. Yeah, that's not a problem.
All right. With that being said, one more thing. In an unprecedented move by UFC and the WWE agreement with Brock Lesnar to be a part of UFC 200.
Brock Lesnar.
Were you looking to see if you got goosebumps when you played that? Yeah. It looked like you were.
Brock Lesnar will actually enter the UFC arena at UFC 200 to his WWE entrance music.
Nice.
Brock Lesnar.
So that's Paul Heyman or whatever his name is? Paul Heyman. So is he gonna announce?
He should come out and be like, ladies and gentlemen, I am the advocate for my client. Bingo or bullshit, Brock Lesnar's gonna get the fucking piss knocked out of him by Mark Hunt.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, everything I've read, and remember we talked last week about Mark Hunt's comments about him being juiced to the gills.
Right.
Talked a little bit about that to my wrestling guy. We were pretty much right on that WWE has a very lax list of performance enhancement. It basically says nothing injectable, nothing, don't do these type of things. Just make sure it's off the list before you do it. So, and they don't coincide at all from what he knows with the National Fighting Association's drug policies. So it's probably pretty accurate to say, this is all just hearsay, but Mark Hunt may be correct that Brock Lesnar is juiced to the gills. Again, that's all speculation. I don't want Brock coming and knocking on my door with defamation.
What did Mark Hunt's brother say about that?
Mike?
Yeah.
He's pretty quiet on the whole situation.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of keeping his nose clean.
Yeah, I like Mike.
No.
You're not a friend of Mike?
No.
No?
No.
You're not going to say it, are you?
No. This was episode...
You'll say Joe DiMaggio's playing center field for the Yankees this year, but... That's number 2 on my list of dumbest things that have happened on this show.
What was number 1?
Mayweather.
Oh, when I couldn't read? Yeah, that was pretty bad. Oh, man. With that being said, episode 16 of season 4 has come to an end.
Third dumbest thing that we ever said. Good night, 4. Larry.
What was, Larry Zonka or whatever?
No, it was Larry Azevedo. Remember we were having the nicknames of former Raiders, and Eddie thought it was Larry Azevedo instead of Lyle Alzado.
That's what it was. All right. With that being said, for Greg, I'm Greg. Thanks for listening. Cavaliers are the NBA champions. Dean Ambrose is WWE champion. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. For A.B. Dutenez, who literally just joined, I apologize. We're done for the week. Unless you want us to start all over, we could do it all over again. Hey, everybody. With that being said, it's time to go.
Good night, Larry. Good night, Aisha.